Welcome back to Sonic Generations 3DS. Today we'll be playing through Casino Night.
Hooray, I guess.
Did you get any jackpots?
To be honest, if we were going to pick a level from Sonic 2, I would have gone with, even though I don't really care for it in the original game, Aquatic Ruin. Just have a nice, water zone parallel with Chemical Planet in the HD version.
I mean, I can totally see why they pick Casino Nights, because it is one of the most memorable levels. I mean, when people think of Sonic 2, this is probably one of the first zones they think of. It's a perfectly fine level in terms of the original, and I have fun playing it, but yeah, it probably isn't on my top 3 or 5 zones. I would have gone for Mystic Cave, personally.
No.
Well, you've kind of got to think about the level order, how the difficulty scales. I think Mystic Cave, at least at this point in the game, would be a bit too tricky to put in.
7-year-old on the 3DS, how do I get out of this pit? That would have been perfect! Just to troll all the modern Sonic fans. I say modern as in, young, not oh, I love modern only. Just to clarify.
No, I'm gonna say this Casino Night Classic is probably the weakest classic remix for me, because it sounds so similar to the original to the point of being redundant.
All they did was just add a fancy new pair of drums over the existing ones, so it sounds really cluttered, and then they just threw in a bunch of little boop 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 in the background and called it a day. Thanks!
Well, in terms of music overall, 3DS seems the most rushed, because it's missing tracks, or it basically, I'm getting ahead of myself, but Tropical Resort Classic doesn't have an original track. They just took the actual Act 1 from the Wii version of the game, which is kind of lazy.
Well, we'll get to that, but I think I understand why they did that, but that's neither here nor there.
They did it because they're dimps and they're lazy, and they're the scourge of the internet.
Well, that notwithstanding, come on.
There's nothing really to talk about in terms of this classic level, because it's Casino Night Act 1 from Sonic 2 with fancier graphics.
So instead, let's speculate on why Skylar won't, speculate on dimps. Do you have a contract with dimps? Are you not allowed to talk shit about them or something?
Dude, I'm one of the most vocal shit talkers about dimps. I just don't think this game's that bad.
And you wonder why Sega won't hire you. Because you talk trash about their games.
Well, I don't talk trash about Sega proper.
Now, coming up for the modern level is probably one of my favourite modern remixes in the game. Just the fact that Jun Tsunoy or whatever hired an actual jazz, quartet to play this track. It's so amazingly sexlicious.
Is that the same tune that's used in the Casino Night DLC for the HD version?
It is, which is why I'm going to imagine they were able to get a proper live band, because Jun Tsunoy was like, we can use this for 2 levels. So we may as well spend the extra bit of money and make it sound amazing.
This is probably my least favourite modern level, next to one we'll be seeing in the Dreamcast era of the 3DS version. Mostly because I don't think modern's gameplay suits this type of level design.
It goes without question that the level design on a whole is inferior to the HD counterpart. No one's trying to question that. But yeah, I didn't really enjoy this level when I played it for either.
So Casino Night Zone.
I agree.
Yes, I agree. Casino Night Zone.
Again, I've never really put too much stock or love into this level. So it's blight, it's flashy, it teaches kids to gamble, good stuff.
Well, one thing we can be sure of, and this is Ken Balo's word, is that Casino Night was not the inspiration for Casino Street Zone.
Okay.
Ken, if you're watching, I love you, man.
I'm sure that man is the nicest person in the world, but he spouts some of the biggest bullshit I've ever heard a PR man say.
What is this amazingness?
It's a roulette.
What?
This is something new they added. And if you land on the blue spots, you get rings or an extra life if you land on the one with the Sonic head.
Oh, roulette! I was hoping this would be of the Russian variety. Now that would be awesome for a Sonic game. Sonic Russian roulette, okay! This time you're going down, Shadow!
Sonic got a chaos bullet!
Sonic got a bad future. Teleportation, yeah!
FDA, as always, classy with his commentary. Well, that's just how we do things here at HellfireComms. Incidentally, thank you for not pointing out my D rank in the classic stage. That was literally the best take I could get of that stage, unfortunately.
No, I haven't really watched any of these cutscenes. I wonder if we've been here before, haven't we? Oh, see, it's pretty much the same stuff as Chemical Plant. I'm liking this dialogue. Pretty bad case of deja vu. See, I like this. I like the DS version of Colors. They've been pretty faithful to the HD script, but just obviously changing names around when need be. We can now play the special. Wait a minute. Why are we entering these special stages when we didn't have to collect 50 rings and jump into a giant ring, or collect the key? This is the most bullshit way to enter a special stage. We didn't give Tails or Knuckles any rings. What the fuck, Dimps? You fucking suck.
Give Dimps credit where credit is due. I actually kind of like this. You just complete the levels, then you go straight into the special stage. So that kind of streamlining actually works quite well for me.
Stop talking highly about DIMP.
Okay, the Colours DS version is full of bottomless pits and fucking sucks.
If Skyler speaks too highly about Dim, Sonic Retro will fire him.
Exactly, that's the thing. I gotta keep it on the low.
Actually, if you look at Skylar's username on Sonic Retro, there's a little bar just underneath it, and every time he says something good about Dimps, it goes up a little bit more. When it reaches the top, he gets fired.
Yeah, that's my warn level.
For years now, me and Torch have been thinking we'd love to just hack into Retro, and the only thing we change is at the top. We change second only to Sega, the second only to Dimps. Just because that would annoy them more than anything else in the world. Fuck you guys, we're clearly better than Dimps.
We already have a special logo in some forums that says Blonic Retro.
Blonic Retro.
My original fan character!
Hey, that's mine. I'm gonna sue the shit out of you.
Hello, I'm nblom64.
Original fan site, do not steal.
Well, that was Sonic Generations 3DS. We'll see you all next time for Mushroom Hill Zone.
I'm starting to think I'm not going to talk at all.